guys, in today's book to screen, I'm going to be talking about Pan, based off of the book Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, starring Hugh Jackman, Garrett Hedlund, Rooney Mara, and Levi Miller. Before I get going in this review for Pan, just a warning, I'm not going to have any spoilers in this, but in the comments below you guys are free to talk about spoilers if you wish. So just a quick plot summary of what goes on in Pan. Pan is basically an origin story to J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan, and telling how Peter Pan got into Neverland. So at the start of the movie, we see that Peter, he's in an orphanage, and one day some pirates come out of nowhere, kidnap him and some of the other boys in the orphanage, and they're all taken away to Neverland, where he encounters Blackbeard, befriends James Hook, meets Tiger Lily, and Blackbeard is on this mission to mine pixie dust, because pixie dust in this world will apparently give you immortality and keep you looking young forever. So Blackbeard is on a mission to get this pixie dust, and he uses children and any other random people that come into Neverland and puts them to hard labor to mine the pixie dust. And at the same time, Peter realizes that he has a grand destiny. Oh, you guys, this movie. Oh, I was so disappointed. Oh my god. I love Peter Pan. I love the book by J.M. Barrie. I love the cartoon, you know, the Disney cartoon. But my favorite adaptation of Peter Pan is probably the 2003 version starring Jeremy Sumpter as Peter Pan and Jason Isaacs as Captain Hook. I am in absolute love with that movie. It is perfection in my eyes. If you want a true Peter Pan story, that adaptation is the one you have to watch. You must watch it. So anyway, coming to Pan now. I just did not understand why Pan was even made. The story of Peter Pan, it's such an old story. I think it's been done to death. You know, I don't really think there was a need to make an origin story. For starters, the Sci-Fi Channel a couple years ago, they had already done an origin story. And the funny thing is, even that sci-fi movie, I didn't even like that sci-fi movie either. So maybe I just don't like origin stories for Peter Pan. But yeah, Peter Pan, the story has been done to death. Whether that be just an adaptation of the book or just an origin story. I mean, I just definitely felt like this movie was unneeded. I don't think it provided anything new to Peter Pan. So yeah, I was very disappointed in this movie. And the thing is, what you need to know about me, as long as I am entertained, when I watch a movie, when I read a book, when I watch a television show, as long as I'm entertained, I'm happy. I won't sit and nitpick something to death, you know? The thing is though, with Pan, there were moments that I was entertained, but for the most part, I found the movie to be kind of boring in places, kind of slow in places, just some places like, what the hell's even going on? This makes no sense. And get this, guys, the director of this movie is Joe Wright. Joe Wright, he's typically done historical fiction based movies. He's done Atonement, he's done Anna Karenina, he's done Pride and Prejudice, I think he's done a few other movies. But yeah, he typically does period pieces. And Joe Wright, I'm sorry buddy, I love your other movies, but you should not have done this movie. Joe Wright was the wrong director for this movie. I just don't think he can do fantasy. Joe Wright definitely needs to just stick to period dramas, because I think that's what he excels at and what he's best at. And then also the script. I don't even know who did this script, but it's like the script was okay, but I don't know, I think it was handled wrong, you know? I think that might have just been the fault also of Joe Wright as a director, you know? I mean, kind of overdoing things, because if certain things hadn't have been overdone and over the top, I think the script possibly could have worked. And you guys, this movie has such a wonderful cast. I love this cast, and the thing is, I didn't even like any of these people, which is so unfortunate. I love Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is amazing in everything that he's in. I could not stand Blackbeard. I didn't like Blackbeard as a villain. I thought Hugh Jackman was just too over the top. I mean, Hugh Jackman can sometimes have a natural over the topness with his performances, but this was too much. I just did not like Blackbeard. I did not get Blackbeard. And talk about his look. Oh god, how could you ugly up Hugh Jackman? Oh my god, Hugh Jackman did not look good in this movie at all. You know, at least with Johnny Depp, when Johnny Depp does weird performances, there's something that's oddly attractive about Johnny Depp, you know, like Jack Sparrow and Sweeney Todd and even Willy Wonka. You know, there's something that's weirdly attractive about Johnny Depp when he does strange, quirky performances. But yeah, it's like Hugh Jackman was trying to do that same thing with a strange, quirky performance with Blackbeard, and it didn't work, and he wasn't even attractive. And then Garrett Hedlund, you guys, I love Garrett Hedlund. I'm probably one of the few people in the world that likes Garrett Hedlund as an actor. I didn't even really like him that much in this movie either. I mean, I liked him. I mean, I liked him as Hook. I think he was a perfect choice for a young and adventurous Hook. But, I don't know, even him, like I said with Hugh Jackman, even Garrett Hedlund was a bit over the top. He was kind of doing this strange voice that I don't think he necessarily needed to use. I'll give Garrett Hedlund this, though. He was sexy. He was definitely better, way better looking than Hugh Jackman. I definitely kept looking at Garrett Hedlund, just looking at him, looking at those tight pants of his. I think Rooney Mara was probably the best performance in this movie. I don't think they really gave Tiger Lily much to do in this movie, but the few scenes that she did have, I mean, I liked that they were making Tiger Lily a badass warrior of her tribe. I didn't really like her costuming at all. I thought her costuming was just stupid and just too much. But yeah, I mean, compared to Hugh Jackman and Garrett Hedlund, she definitely had a much more subdued performance, which, you know, everyone else should have been following her lead, because that's how the whole movie should have been. And then we have Levi Miller as Peter Pan. I think he was actually a very good Peter Pan. He wasn't over the top at all compared to Hugh Jackman. He had a very subtle performance. I definitely would like to see more of Levi Miller in the future. I think he has kind of a bright future ahead of him. He's already a nice child actor, it seems. And he just looked the role of Peter Pan. You know, whenever you think of Peter Pan, you have a certain image, and I think Levi Miller encapsulated that whole look of Peter Pan. And Levi Miller, I think, was definitely able to pull off the different facets of his character. You know, there was his playful kid side, and there was his very serious side, and then also the side, you know, refusing to accept his destiny. So yeah, it's a shame. This movie had such a terrific cast and people that were perfect for these roles, but once again, the directing, I think, was off, and bits of the script were kind of off. And so yeah, these actors, you know, I think they were trying as best as they could with what they were given. So yeah, I don't really blame the fall of this movie to the actors. I don't think it was their fault. Like I said, I place a lot of the blame and fault with this movie with the script and the director more than anything. So yeah, I think that's it for my thoughts on Pan. I was really looking forward to this. The trailers looked pretty good, you know, when I saw them, and I was excited. I was like, oh, an origin story, and plus I was like, oh, Hugh Jackman and Garrett Hedlund, I love those two guys, you know, so I was so excited. And then after the first maybe 15 minutes of the movie, yeah, the movie fell apart. I don't know if I really want to spoil anything, but yeah, once Peter actually gets to Neverland, kind of the first things that are going on in the movie, I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god, the movie just fell apart once Peter got to Neverland. I will give the movie this, though. I mean, I did like the ending. I think the ending was probably the best part of this whole movie, you know, the last 30 minutes or so. And yeah, they definitely left it open, like this movie is going to have sequels, but I don't even think it's going to get sequels. So yeah, that's it for my thoughts on Pan. Hugely disappointed. It was okay for what it was. I don't know if I'd ever want to watch it again. I mean, if it was on TV, I might just turn it on, watch a few minutes, but yeah, definitely not the best Peter Pan retelling at all. So have you guys seen Pan? Do you want to? Do you not want to? Just let me know your thoughts down below. And like I said, if you want to get into spoiler territory, feel free to do so. So that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this book to screen, you may like these other book to screens. Bye guys.